Now, I've created about 40 courses over the last 6 years, and I can tell you about 3/4 of those were total flops. So what this made me realize was that anybody can teach you how to create an online course, but not everybody can teach you how to create a profitable online course. And that's the difference. We can all deliver information and try and get information out of our head and package it into a course, but knowing that it's actually going to sell and targeting people in the right way is the difference between a general course, so the other 30 courses that didn't sell for me, and the 10 courses that really did sell. So this training video, this complete step-by-step tutorial on how to create an online course that is actually going to sell, is the training that I personally would have wanted 6 years ago when I started getting into this business. So if you're thinking of creating an online course, then this training video is most definitely for you. Okay, so why create an online course? Well, there's different reasons. Perhaps you want to reach and impact more people. You want to generate passive income streams. You want to leverage your time. So perhaps you want to stop selling one-on-one time, or you want to be able to make money while you sleep. Then obviously creating a product once and selling it multiple times over is actually going to leverage time as well as creating that passive income for you. You want to sell your physical products. Maybe you have a software product, or maybe you have a physical product like a supplement, and you actually want to create free training around that to try and get people to use your product and to educate them on the use of it so that they actually become a lifetime customer. So there's a variety of ways you can use courses to actually make profit for you without actually selling the course itself. And that could also be affiliate marketing and selling other people's courses and products as well. Maybe you want to create super fans. So maybe you have a YouTube channel, you're a content creator, and you want to leverage sites like Patreon and other sites that actually crowdsource your content creation, where people pay you for additional content from you. So maybe you want to actually host your own site and your own community, deliver mini courses and other valuable content to your members who pay you a monthly subscription. So this would be creating mini courses and exclusive content for your members, but you host it rather than paying the likes of Patreon lots and lots of money each and every month. I think it's about 15% now, probably with all the different charges. So pretty ridiculous. So what you're going to learn in this training is how to find your profitable course idea. We're going to help you extract that with different exercises to be able to find your profitable course idea, to validate that course idea for both demand and profitability, to create your 4W statement. This will make sense later on, but this brings great clarity to know exactly who you are serving and how you are going to be able to serve them. We'll also help you work on your big claim. That's going to be great for your marketing later on. I'm going to show you how to map out your customer's journey so you know exactly where your customers are coming from, who they are, how you're going to target them, and how you're going to get them to buy your courses before you even start to think about producing your course. And this will give you amazing clarity later on. Then I'm going to show you how to outline your course to get people the best results. I'm going to go into recording and delivering your course and the best way to automate that process. And then we're going to talk about selling your course to generate the sales once you have your course up and running. On a quick side note, I will put a link in the description to our free 7-day launch planner that will take you step by step through the process of creating and launching your first mini course in the next 7 days. It accompanies this video, but it'll help you just map things out, plan it, so you'll be organized and know all of the different steps and tools that you need to be able to launch your mini course in the next 7 days. I'll put a link in the description to that and any other resources I mentioned in this training video. So this is a figure that I really want you to understand throughout the entire course building process. That is 5 to 12%, and that is the average course completion rate of any course out there at this moment in time. So most courses out there only have a 5 to 12% completion rate. So we really want to focus on bringing this up, because if you're thinking about that, that's potentially only 5% of people that are going to finish your course and buy another course from you. So it's bad business of people overloading people with too much content, delivering bad courses, not really thinking about the experience for the students. So therefore, we want to make sure we're creating courses that people are going to want to complete, and they aren't going to get bogged down and stuck in this percentage here of people that don't finish their courses. People buy results, not courses. I want you to read that again. People buy results and not courses. No one literally wakes up in the morning and goes, you know what? I'm going to buy a course because I want to start studying on the computer when it's a sunny day outside. They literally want to buy a course because they want the result that course will give them. So if it's showing them how to lose weight, they're then going to know how to lose weight quickly because they want to get beach body ready for the summer. So they want the result. They don't actually care about watching your videos. Keep it simple. Please remember, courses are meant to be shortcuts. If you just overwhelm people with a huge amount of content, then you're literally doing them a disservice. People could literally go to the internet and bring all the different information together and slowly learn on their own. But they don't want to do that. They want to get a shortcut from you to the quickest way to get the result that they want in the simplest way possible. So most people out there, especially marketers, we are the ones to blame for this, have created huge, massive courses where we deliver 100 hours of value so that it sounds amazing when you're buying it. You think you're getting so much value, but actually you're doing everyone a disservice, and that's why only 5 to 12% of people are actually completing your courses. So keep it simple. It's a shortcut. Remember that. It's the shortest way possible to get them the results that they want. So think about this for a second. If you were thirsty and I said, okay, sure, I'm here to help, and I gave you these two options. I could say, okay, I'm going to take you to the Niagara Falls. You're going to have all of this water to drink. I'm literally going to give you everything that you will ever need in one place, and that's all you have to worry about. Well, it's overkill, right? You're giving me way too much, and you're causing me new problems because now I've got to work out how to get water without drowning, potentially falling in. It's too much. I'm thirsty now. I don't really want to have to start dealing with a waterfall. I think you get the example here. It's overkill, but a simple glass of water will cure my thirst and fix my problem. And that's all I actually needed. I just wanted you to fix my problem. I didn't want you to absolutely overwhelm me and cause me more problems. So this is why I recommend building mini courses. Now, hear me out. I know many people out there these days are saying that you should create your course outline and then go and get customers first and then build it with your customers. And this is not a bad strategy, but this is really for larger courses. And to be honest, people with an audience or people that want to spend time going around Facebook groups trying to get those few first customers to get started. Where really, if you created a mini course, you're going to be able to create it in record time. You're going to be able to create it probably in just a week or two and be able to get up and running. So they're easy to create. Literally, a mini course is normally 1 to 4 hours. You can bundle them together into larger courses later. So think about this for a second. If you do want to create a larger course, chances are you're going to break that down into modules. So why don't you just create one module that fixes one problem, gets a customer a result, you can start selling that course now, and then that customer will get the dopamine fix, they'll get the initial result, they'll now know, like, and trust you, they'll love you, and they'll want to buy the next step. So you can then create many mini courses along the way, selling it to existing customers, and when that is a complete course, you can now sell that as a high-ticket program, bundle it together, sell it as membership programs and subscriptions, and you have a variety of different ways that you can actually sell all of those later. So you can market it to individuals that just want to know a single thing, or market it to people as a bundle where they want a complete solution to everything else they want. It's easier for students to complete. Again, people get that dopamine release when they complete something, so it's why we like to start so many tasks and finish things. We want a win. You have to get them a win quickly, and if you're again creating a huge flagship course straight off the bat, then sure, that's going to be great, but this is a massive project and they're not going to get the results, and lots of people are going to drop off quite quickly. If you can get them that small win and that dopamine release straight away or in a single day, then they're going to trust you, they're going to buy more from you, and it's going to be a better experience for the students. People's attention spans are going down fast these days. So you want to get them a win very, very quickly. You're going to get social proof faster. You're going to be able to get testimonials faster because more people are going to complete the course and they're going to complete it more quickly. So if you started selling this, chances are a number of people are going to finish a mini course in a single day, and you can start to ask for testimonials very, very quickly to use on your site to sell more of your courses. You can record it probably in a single day. So if there are issues with it, you don't have to build it with the customers because they're going to tell you the problems, and you could re-record a few videos. So it's easy to fix. It's targeted marketing. As I said before, later on you can sell this as an individual solution to an individual problem, but you could bundle it together as a complete solution to an even bigger problem. You take students with you as you grow. So you can start selling right now and take students as you grow. So a great example of all of this would be, say, calisthenics. Now, calisthenics is massive right now. Everybody is doing it. Everybody's wanting to learn all of these different moves. But if I went out there and created a calisthenics program, there's so many movements, this would be an absolute beast. It would take me months to create, and there's actually no guarantee that everybody wants a full calisthenics program, not yet. But there's lots of people out there that want to know how to do handstands, how to do backflips, how to do muscle-ups, how to do all the variety of different moves out there I have never probably even heard of. But you could teach these individual things and then again bundle them together as a complete program. A great example of this is School of Calisthenics. Now, School of Calisthenics have literally done just that, just what I said. They have all of their different programs here. So if I go into view all of their programs, they literally have programs on everything from beginners pull-ups, handstands, strength tutorials, muscle-ups, frog handstands, ring muscle-ups. There are so many different things here that they are selling as individual courses, and they probably just started with one. But now they can bundle them all together and sell them as a complete bundle package, which is a high-ticket program. Or what they're also doing is they have a membership system where you can actually sign up for a monthly membership to be able to do all of these. And they know that over time, that even if people are paying, say, $10 a month, they're going to be learning these over the period of at least a year probably. So their retention rate is going to be very, very high. And then they have reoccurring income. So this is a great example of how you can break down individual things that you may have been thinking about creating into a massive course. The first thing we need to do is find our profitable course idea. So what you actually want to do is you want to look inside, you want to get yourself a pen and paper, and you want to start to look at the skills and experiences and passions and interests that you actually have. So I highly recommend that you jot down 3 skills that you have, perhaps in your business or also in your personal life. These could be anything from your work-related skills that you actually have, but also things that you've actually learned, say martial arts or cooking or anything else, as well as experiences. So experiences, most of us underestimate our experiences. So this could be buying a house, it could be raising a troublesome child, it could be getting over an injury, any type of experience, both good and bad. You want to jot down at least 3. And your passions and interests, things that you're passionate about, that you like, that you perhaps like following on social media. Maybe if you're not even the expert, but just jot down at least 3 passions and interests as well. So once you've got those, they should look something like this. So your passions may be food, yoga, cars, traveling. Your skills might be teaching yoga, might be YouTube ads, designing websites. So we've got a mixture of stuff that might be for business and might be just for pleasure. We have experiences that I bought a house, I recovered from back pain through yoga, I homeschooled kids. And then after you've jotted down these different ideas, it shouldn't take you that long to actually do this, because most of it actually have some general course ideas. But what we actually want to do is look at the overlap. So you don't want to just go for something that is skills that you've got at work and the thing that you actually think is going to be the most profitable for you. You actually want to try and find something that you're also a little bit passionate about. So try to jot down all of those different skills and experiences, as many as possible, but a minimum of 3, and then the same for the passions, and then look for the overlap. So what we can see here is that we have the overlap here, which is yoga and marketing. So I have the passion of yoga, I'm able to teach yoga, and I also am good at ads and designing websites, so marketing and design. So I could potentially do marketing and design for people who are yoga instructors or people that have yoga studios. So I could teach people who have yoga studios how to market their yoga business. So this is a potential option for me here. It's also the fact that maybe I actually want to teach yoga. I don't just want to help yoga instructors. And maybe because I actually have the ability to teach yoga and I'm passionate about it, and I have the experience and the story that I recovered from back pain through yoga, this could be a good one as well. So what we want to do is take those overlapping interests and we want to see if people are buying. So the best way for us to actually check out this market and to actually see what people are buying and see what's going to be working, because we don't want to create any type of course if nobody's actually buying in that industry already. If there's just interested people but no one's selling any products, then this is always going to be a red flag. So taking these 2 ideas, what we want to do is we want to Google it. So this is an obvious one. Google it. So Google yoga marketing courses or how to promote your yoga school, marketing for yoga instructors, anything like that. You also would then like to go for yoga for back pain, how to fix your back pain with yoga, yoga for back pain courses, and see what shows up. See if anybody is running ads, see if there's any videos showing at the bottom, and see if there's anybody with websites there that is actually selling a product as well, not just blog posts. You then want to go onto sites like Udemy and Skillshare. Udemy is awesome for actually doing your course research because it's one of the biggest course platforms out there for selling your online courses. Now, they're very low ticket. I don't actually recommend that you sell your course on there, but it's great for doing your research. So you can go on there again and search to see if anybody is doing anything for marketing for yoga instructors or perhaps doing a yoga for back pain course. Now, once you do that and say you find something for the yoga for back pain side and someone is selling courses in that, you then want to see how many they're selling. What were the 5 stars? Look down into the comments, look down into the breakdown of their course structure, and this will give you great ideas on what is actually working. You can look into the gaps in the comments, see what people said was missing, what they didn't like, what they did like, and you could potentially create a better course here. And you also have all the research suddenly of the way they've mapped out their course, so it will give you a good idea of how you could structure your course if you were going to create one. And also, most of the courses on Udemy are mini courses anyways. I don't recommend that you just copy directly, but it is a good starting point. I always recommend that you put your personal touch onto it. So you really do look at it. Don't just assume that they're right in what they've done, but actually delve down and add your twists, your different interests into it, and also what the comments were saying was perhaps missing. Look onto Amazon, so you can go onto Amazon.com, see if anybody is selling any online courses there, any DVDs, if people still sell those, I have no idea, and also mainly looking at books. So if you couldn't find any courses on Udemy or Google, but you can find people selling books on the topic. So if someone is selling a book on how to fix your back pain with yoga, then people are actually buying it again in a different format. So that doesn't mean that you aren't going to be able to create a course on it. It actually does mean you could create a course on it. It just means that perhaps no one has actually done it yet. But as long as people are selling in a different format, that is a great sign still. If no one is selling in any format, it's a total red flag. And you probably should look to creating a different type of course and start to go back to the ideas on your list and seeing if you can tweak that idea to try and find something that people are actually buying. So if people are buying in any other format, be it books, one-to-one, agencies, courses, or anything like that, then this is a good sign and you can still move forward. Next, you want to check demand and volume. Now, you can go onto Google Trends and you can see what people are searching for. So I could search for yoga for back pain and perhaps back pain cure, how to fix back pain, and see what people are searching on there. You could also go onto Google AdWords Keyword Planner. If you haven't heard of this, don't worry, just stick to Google Trends. But Google Ads give you a free keyword planning tool, which will be able to tell you the volume people are searching on Google each and every month to make sure that there's enough demand there. And if the volume is high enough, as I advertise on YouTube, and that's what I recommend that you do to sell your online course, we actually would then use a tool called vidIQ. I will put a link in the description to vidIQ and any other resources I mentioned in this video that you can actually use their keyword planner, and it will quickly tell you the volume that people are searching on YouTube each and every month for those different keywords. So I would be able to get lots of different ideas to see the volume, and if there's enough people searching for how to cure back pain, how to fix back pain remedies, and also yoga for back pain workouts, yoga for back pain, then I would be able to see, okay, there's a great deal of volume there. It's definitely worth my time to create an online course on this topic. Next, we want to bring clarity to our idea and really get into the who of the how of who we are actually serving. So we want to do this with 2 different exercises. The first of which is the 4W statement, which is a bit of a mouthful. It's the who, what, without, and with statement. But if you can actually drill down and get this nailed, then this will be the elevator pitch that you say to people. If someone says, what do you do or who do you sell to? This will be the statement that you use. It's going to make your marketing much easier later on. And it's going to be your mission statement. You're really going to understand who you're selling to, how, and why. So we want to delve down into the who, the what, the without, and the with. So if we look at this statement together, hi, my name is Mary Bob. I help people with back pain cure their pain for good without medication or operations with using yoga. So the who is people with back pain. The what is cure their pain for good. And the without is the medication and operations. The without is what they really dislike, they want to avoid, they don't want, their biggest fear or their biggest pain. And the with is the vehicle or the tool that you're going to use to get them the results. In this case is yoga. So what you want to do is go away and work out, okay, who is it that I'm actually helping with my course idea? So if we were doing the yoga for back pain course idea, well, I'm helping people who are in pain. They've got back pain, and that's exactly who I'm serving. What am I going to do? What is the thing that I can do for them? I can get them out of pain for good without using medication. So no medication, no operations, none of that stuff that they maybe are worried about or thinking they need or already taking, with yoga, something that's free and simple. And you can actually obviously go into your marketing later on and delve down into it and go even deeper. But this one statement will help you bring clarity to exactly who you're helping and how. The next one is the big claim. So the big claim is important for us to be able to get our marketing message right. And the big claim really is what your course is going to be based around. So what is the quantifiable result you can get them? What is the quantifiable result that you can get them? So I can cure your back pain for good in 30 days with yoga. So that's a big claim. But you see, I've added some additional pieces. So if I just said, I'll cure your back pain, well, there's no urgency there. Why would I buy from you? Or maybe I think, well, I know 101 things that could probably cure my back pain. But if I told you I could cure your back pain for good, and I can do it in the next 30 days with yoga, then okay, now you're starting to make a claim, a quantifiable result. If you then said, I can cure your back pain for good in the next 30 days with just 5 minutes of yoga per day, you're now giving me a result that, okay, I can dedicate 30 days, I can do 5 minutes of yoga a day, and if you say it from home, brilliant. So you've overcome lots of different issues that I might have had. I can dedicate 30 days. I would love to be out of back pain in the next 30 days. And obviously, if I only have to do 5 minutes a day, that's great. Now, it's very important that you only make these claims if you can get the results in that time scale. But you really want to make your big claim sound a bit more quantifiable, a bit better, a bit more not open-ended than just saying, I'll cure your back pain. Maybe today, maybe in the next year, maybe in the next 10 years, at some point I will cure your back pain. You really want to bring that down into a quantifiable result that they can visualize and see and commit to. So you want to write down your 4W statement now, and you want to write down your big claim before we start to get into the customer journey. If you want to create a course that sells, then you need to start with the offer first. So the customer journey is the next step that is massively important. So you now got your idea, you've clarified it, you've validated it, but now we need to make sure that we're going to map out what the customer is going to do to get to the point of actually buying your course. And this is before we even plan out the course, because you're maybe not 100% sure who you're going to target and how you're going to target them. So this is why it's important to start with the offer first, and this is why most people actually go wrong. So there's a simple way that we get most people in. It's a very simple, straightforward funnel, and it starts with valuable stepping stone content that hooks people in and bridges the gap to your freebie and then goes to your course. So it's a simple two-step funnel. If you haven't heard of funnels, don't worry about it. It's literally stepping stone content. So think of this as valuable content that people actively are looking for, that is relevant to the person that would then want the freebie and then want your course. So we have to take them on a journey. And the freebie could be an ebook, a PDF, a free webinar, free workshop, a video training, the course trial, or you could maybe give the first couple of modules for free of your course to get people in to start consuming it and to then buy. The course itself is obviously going to be the big claim, the answer to their problems, and then how we sculpt this out is going to look something like this. Now, let's start with the wrong way of doing it first. Now, if you're mapping out your customer journey in what should be the simple 2 to 3 steps, it's very easy to get it wrong, and most people do. I've done it many times myself, that especially with information products, you can't give them the same thing over and over. They don't want more of the same thing. If you've already scratched that itch and you've already given them the solution to the problem, then why would they take the next step? So this customer journey has to be 3 congruent steps that make sense in the order they need to go through. So if we look at this, we have 5 yoga movements to relieve your back pain. I'm targeting people who they know about that, they know yoga can fix their back pain, and they're actively looking for yoga exercises to look at and to get back pain now. The freebie is then 10 more yoga exercises to relieve your back pain even more. Okay. And then the course is a 30-day back pain no more program. Well, basically all of these products and all of these steps are exactly the same. You give me 5 movements to cure my back pain. You then give me 10 more movements. So the chance of me even signing up for the freebie are minimal. But if you've already given me 15 movements before you get to the back pain no more, even if you're just saying we were just relieving your back pain, now I'm going to cure it, the amount of people that would make it to the third step of buying your course is going to be very, very low. So if you actually want to get people to watch your content, to take the action of going to the freebie and signing up and then buying your course, the more people you can get to go through that 3-step process, the more sales, leads, and conversions you are going to have for your course later. But maybe you're saying, but Gareth, I want to target people that are already looking for yoga to fix their back pain because they're going to be the easiest people to sell to. They already know yoga is a solution. I don't have to target people with back pain to educate them on the solution. So, okay, the right way to do direct would be something that would potentially look like this. But you always need to be thinking, and as I said, I've made this mistake many times before, you always need to be thinking, am I just giving them more of the same? If I was signing up for this, would I stop at the first step? So the first thing is 5 yoga movements to relieve my back pain. This is targeting, again, people who know yoga can fix their back pain. I then give them a 7-day free trial to our 30-day back pain no more yoga program. So I could say in the video, these are 5 exercises that are going to help relieve your back pain now. But if at the end of the video, you could then say, but if you'd actually like to cure your back pain for good, then get your 7-day trial to our 30-day yoga, back pain no more yoga program that will take you through all of the steps to curing your back pain for good and strengthening your back pain so that never comes back. As you see, then the third step is the 30-day back pain program, which they're going to pay for after 30 days. And if you're already getting them some results in the first 7 days, chances are they're going to pay and they're going to stay. So that's a great way to do directly selling your product to people that actively know about the product and are already looking for the solution. The indirect way was maybe I was targeting someone that doesn't know yoga is the solution. They would be people just in pain, people just with back pain. So I could target people that are trying to work out why they've got back pain, or they're looking for solutions. So how can I fix my back pain or relieve my back pain? So again, you could take a different approach there, but maybe the steps would be 5 reasons you're in back pain and how to fix it. So in that video, I could explain why they're in back pain. It's because you're sitting too much, your sciatica's getting pressure on it. You need to do more movements, these types of gentle movements in yoga, not actually introducing them to it, but saying that yoga is one of the best remedies for it because of blah, blah, blah. If you would like the 3 top movements to instantly relieve your back pain, click the link in the description, go through, and we'll give you a 3-step training video that's going to show you the 3 movements that you can do at home or from anywhere to immediately relieve your back pain. When they sign up for that, the next step could be, why not cure your back pain for good with our 30-day guaranteed back pain no more program. So that would be 3 logical steps. 1, you're telling me why I have back pain and what a solution is to relieve it. You give me some yoga movements to instantly get some instant relief. And then you're potentially saying, let's just cure it for good and get rid of it. There's 3 logical steps there where the information is slightly different. So there's enough reason for me to take the next steps. So you need to be thinking out, mapping out this customer journey and understanding who you're going to target, how and why. The next step, once you've mapped out the customer journey, once you have that customer journey mapped out, is outlining your course. Now, if you actually have your customer journey mapped out, and I want you to go away and take the time to do that, then creating and outlining your course is actually incredibly easy because it's just taking them from 0 to hero. You may have heard that expression before, but you're basically taking them from where they are now, such as has back pain, and where they want to be, no longer in back pain. So I no longer want back pain. So it sounds very, very straightforward, but if you know the customer journey, you know how you're going to target them. So if it was for people that have just got back pain and never done yoga before, then you need to be some beginner stuff in there as well, and you need to be saying, take it easy, or identifying the pain. I have no idea. I don't understand yoga. But you're going to structure your course probably in a slightly different way, depending on who you're targeting, or slightly more generic if you're bridging the gap between two people. So if I know I'm basically targeting people that have never done yoga before or are beginner level, then I'm going to focus my course around that. I'm not targeting advanced or intermediate people, so they're not my target audience. So therefore, I know the steps if I was talking to a complete beginner. So if you were a yoga expert and you were teaching someone one-on-one, a friend, how would you take them through? How would you get rid of their back pain in 30 days? What would that look like if you were teaching them one-on-one? What would be the fastest and easiest way to get them results as possible? And remember, courses are meant to be shortcuts. So the main thing about outlining your course is that you really want to leave out the stuff that isn't relevant. We get a geek speak thing that we start to do when we are passionate. So I'm passionate about online marketing, creating digital courses, but chances are I may still be doing it in this video, but I'm overwhelming you with information. I'm trying to make it as simple as possible. I'm trying to break it down into the fewest steps as possible to get you the results. But you need to do that in your courses as well. If they don't need to know the information and it's not relevant, remember these people, they probably don't care about becoming a yoga expert. They may get into yoga, so other courses you create later on may be natural next steps for them because they want to improve yoga, they're seeing the benefits from it, they want to do more and more, so they want the next course from you and the next one and the next one. So okay, those could be progression, but right now they don't care about yoga, they just want to fix their back pain. So only give them the information they need to get them the results they want in the shortest period of time. So take them from 0 to hero for the result they want of where they are and where they want to be. Okay, so recording and delivering your courses. Now this could be a complete course in itself. There's so many different ways to create and record videos out there that I'm not going to go into huge detail on the different recording and editing processes, but these are the steps and advice, and I will in that 7-day launch planner, we'll go into a little bit more detail and outline some different options for you. Again, I'll put the link in the description, but otherwise, the first step you really want to do and focus on is using what you have now. Use your mobile phone, use your computer. Don't go out and buy more equipment. I know a lot of clients that have struggled to get started and wasted months recording their course because they decided to go out and get fancy backlit whiteboards and expensive cameras. And the problem is, you ever heard the story, more money, more problems? The more things you buy, the more softwares you get, the more tech you get, the more problems you have. I still record most of my courses on a phone because it's easy for me to get content up and running. Sure, the quality of the video could be even better, but as long as you're investing in a good mic, which is the second point, because sound is the main thing that people worry about. So good content, good sound, no problem. So use what you have now, otherwise you will slow down. You will actually start to put resistance and friction in front of recording and creating your course and your content. So make it as easy as possible. If that means that it's not as perfect as you want, don't worry. Perfection breeds poverty. Just use what you have now. You can always record it again later. It's only a mini course. Get it out there, start selling it, see what people think. If it's great, fine. Start investing in new equipment and start learning how to do it, but you're already selling a product by that point, so no problem. You're already active, you're already getting the ball rolling. Don't let it stop you from starting. Keep video lessons short. Now, you can create longer videos if you want, but I find inside of membership areas, from my experience of creating all of these different courses, that if you can keep videos, say, to about a 15-minute cap, then that's a 15-minute 1.5 cap, then great, because this is people, again, coming to mini courses and everything else, people get a dopamine release. They like to be able to complete a lesson before they maybe take a break or do something else. So if you can, it's also easier to come back to if they want to watch a video again. So if you can break down your lessons into shorter lessons, shorter videos, and not waffle on too much, then you're going to be helping people. Use slides or prompts or whiteboards or anything to try and make your life easier when recording videos. So obviously I'm using slides here. It's making my life much easier. I can't read a teleprompter. I'm dreadful at reading scripts, but I'm good at speaking and following slides or looking at a whiteboard and just recording bullet points at a time. What I would say is if you can't use slides or you are actually doing a video, then try and break things down into a scene. Break things down into shorter scenes that maybe it's a minute or 2 minutes at a time. And all you have to do is remember what you're going to say for that minute or two before you stop and start the next scene. It will make your life much, much easier. You've got to create your freebie now as well. So if you are going to give them a free trial or give them access to the first couple of modules for free, then obviously that is your freebie. You don't really need to worry about that too much. You just want to start recording your videos now. You could also get some help on the freelancer sites such as Fiverr or Upwork if you don't want to edit the videos yourself. But if you do want to do this often, if you want to create more courses, if you want to create more content on platforms like YouTube, then I highly recommend that you get used to editing your own videos. Use tools that are simple like Camtasia and everything else. I will put links in the description to any tools that we use in our resources page, so you know all the different tools that we actually use and recommend. But for tools like Camtasia, there's different ones out there. They're much more user-friendly, and they also double up as your screen recording tool. So I'm actually using Camtasia to record my screen at the same time as using my camera to record as well, and then I'll put them together and edit them later. The next thing is you want to leverage course platforms. Now, you want to lock down your course platform and deliver it in a way that is actually really good for your students. Your students want to be able to complete the course. Remember the 5 to 12% average course completion rate. You want to leverage technology to make the user experience for your students even better, where you can have quizzes. It's laid out with all the different tools they need. It's tracking progress, has notifications, gives awards, all of these tools that are really built as school platforms. The one we use is LearnWorlds. Now, I've used many, such as Thinkific and about 8 other tools over the last 6 years. But I really recommend LearnWorlds, and again, I'll put a link in the description. LearnWorlds have a 30-day free trial, but they really are focused around building your own school and the student. But they also allow you to create interactive videos, host all of your marketing pages. They're much better at building these pages. I'll put a link to a tutorial below so you can learn more about it. But LearnWorlds basically has a lot more features for the student and actually growing at a much greater knot. And also if you're creating a membership site or something like Patreon, then they have their own built-in community, and also it has a mobile app that you can actually upgrade to as well. So you could literally go completely mobile. So leveraging course delivering platforms and being able to do everything on that platform along with all your marketing is much easier. So that's what I recommend. And again, I'll go into more detail inside the 7-day course planner. Next up is selling. Now we want to sell our online course. So you've created your course, you've uploaded onto a platform like LearnWorlds or Thinkific or something else, and now you're ready to start selling it. You want to start promoting it. So the first step you need to go back to is your customer journey. You see, the good thing about us doing the customer journey is that you're way ahead of everybody else out there. You're way ahead of many other content creators, because by understanding who the course was for and how they were going to find it and how you're going to bridge the gap to your course in advance, you now have your funnel. So again, if you don't know what a funnel is, it's the simple steps that you take people through to warm them into a sale and to get them to become a buyer. Now, the first thing we want to do is our valuable stepping stone content. We want to market that. So we can either create lots of free content on platforms like YouTube, which I highly recommend, get to that in a moment, or other platforms such as Instagram, where you can be creating a lot of content based around the topic that people are interested in, and then trying to get them to take the call to action, the CTA, of going towards your freebie. So that could be the link is in the bio or the link is in the description if it's YouTube. And then they want to go through to the freebie, which could be, again, a free training or could be access to your course for free or modules. Again, if you are doing something like an ebook, then you can create those on the likes of LearnWorlds and automatically deliver them to people. And then they're also inside the course area where you can then keep selling and promoting your courses as well. So what we want to do is go through this in logical order as we had already, making sure that the steps make sense. We've already looked at this one, we know it is, and we know the course is the logical next step. I also want you to understand that break even is a win. Now, this is something that took me a lot to get through and try to understand. Break even funnels are a great thing. Normally, if you told me years ago, oh, your funnel's breaking even, I would have been like, well, that's rubbish, right? That's not good. Well, actually, break even is amazing, because if you can acquire customers for free and then you create another mini course, it's now completely profitable. It's 100% profit on anything that you sell to them afterwards. If you can acquire a customer for free, if you can perhaps grow your YouTube channel at the same stage as acquiring customers, then you're literally growing your audience, growing assets, and a customer is far more valuable than a lead. So if you can acquire a customer at break-even point then that is absolutely amazing. You actually have potentially a huge business there. So focus on breaking even first. It's not sexy, but remember, you could create a mini course in a week. You could go and create another one to sell them later on. That could be an upsell, and that could then be pure profit. So what we need to do is we want to basically get as much of our valuable stepping stone content as possible. Now, you could create a YouTube channel, which is what I recommend that you actually do. Selling courses on YouTube is the best way to sell information products because YouTube is intent driven. People go on there to learn. Think about what you do when you want to learn. You go onto Google or you go onto YouTube to ask how to do something, or you want to look for particular videos on the subject. Well, Google also owns YouTube, so it's win-win. If your video is ranking on YouTube, then chances are you're ranking on Google as well. So anywhere anybody searches to answer a question, you can be there. So it's great to create a site around a YouTube channel. Sorry, create your YouTube channel around your product and the niche that you are serving. Answer any questions and problems they might have, especially around the valuable content, the stepping stone content. We then want to filter it through, and perhaps we could boost it with ads. So if you don't want to create many videos, you could just create a couple of these videos and promote them with ads. So as I said, great way of doing it that I highly recommend is that you use YouTube and you create a channel around it. I think it's going to future-proof your business. So even if you're starting from scratch, it's good just to create that content, upload a video each week. But I would recommend that you boost videos. Like a strategy that I really love is that you're maybe creating mini series or mini course videos that are highly valuable to people. So again, if we go back, we were able to see here that 5 reasons to fix your back pain. This is very valuable, but it could also be 3 yoga movements to relieve your back pain now. This is very valuable to people. There's probably a lot of people searching for those. So if I boosted them with ads to people that were interested in it, they're probably going to click on it, and then I don't have to keep creating content, and I can now just have a filter of people that are subscribing. It's growing my channel at the same time. So later on, I'm going to be able to create more free content because my channel is going to be getting bigger, so I'm going to get more and more free traffic. So I love that strategy. There's a lot more information inside the members area on how to do these strategies, but otherwise there's other ways to do paid ads on YouTube as well. Or you could use other social media channels such as Instagram, where you're, say, doing a calisthenics channel where you're focusing on handstands and everything else, and saying go to the link in the bio all the time to get a free trial, and people would go through. So that also works and is a great logical progression. We just find that YouTube works much better. You then want to also make sure that you are getting testimonials to increase your sales. So every time someone completes a course, so if you were using a platform like LearnWorlds, you would be able to see when they complete it and send them a message inside LearnWorlds to say, hey, would you mind doing a review? Maybe you could bribe them by saying, I'll do a free call with you, so we could do a little one-on-one training. And then you want to ask them questions such as, how did this course help you? Where were you before? Where are you now? What are the results that you've gotten? Would you recommend this course? Those types of questions you can then edit together and do a great little testimonial video. So to recap, you can download your 7-day launch planner by clicking the link in the description, and that will go through exactly what we've covered in this training, but in slightly more detail and outlining everything that you need to do to launch your mini course in the next 7 days. So what you want to do is you want to extract and validate your course idea as we went through, getting different ideas. And actually, if you do struggle with that, it's a good idea to go and chat to a friend or family member, someone that actually knows you, and ask them what they think that you're really good at, and perhaps try to make some ideas and make that list a bit bigger for you to get more course ideas. But most of us have a general idea about the course that we want to create in the first place. Anyways, create your 4W statement and your big claim before you move on and do anything else, just to bring clarity to your offer and what you're going to do. Map out the customer journey. This is massively important so you understand who you're selling to and how you're going to sell to them. And then you can actually format your course later on to tailor and cater to those people. Outline your course to take those people from 0 to hero through every step they need, as if you were teaching what you know to a friend, but trying not to geek speak so you're not going to overwhelm them with all that additional information. Record your course, keeping it as straightforward as possible using what you've got, and then leveraging technology like LearnWorlds and other course platforms, perhaps even Thinkific, to be able to upload your course and automatically deliver it and set up that simple funnel so you can start to sell it right away. And then selling it, we recommended that you use YouTube, but the idea is that you create valuable content based on what people are actually looking for. You want to validate the demand for those videos, make sure enough people are searching for it, and then push that content out there so people come into the 3-step simple funnel, which was your customer's journey, so you can generate sales and get people into there much, much easier. And those are the steps to creating a profitable course. You really want to start with the customer first, the offer first, what they want, what their desires are, and then work backwards. Don't assume that you ever know. I've made this mistake before. Don't assume that you actually know what people want. Go and do your research and then break it down into exactly what they need. Create mini courses, not massive courses, and then take your customers along for the journey. Now, if you've got any questions regarding anything I've spoken about inside here, you can ask me inside the Video Tribe members area, or you can ask me in the comments below, and if I can, I'll happily answer those for you. And if you got value out of this video, please hit the like button as it helps grow our channel, and perhaps subscribe, as I'm going to be creating a lot more content around creating and selling online courses. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you inside the next training video.